Hello everyone, welcome to our fifth part of our Fireside chat. I'm Tim Holick, and with me as usual is my good buddy Joe Zinni.
Hi Tim.
How you doing?
I'm doing good.
It's almost Christmas.
It is. It's almost Christmas. Merry Christmas to you and your
Same
family. We had lunch the other day and I thought that went well.
Yes.
It's always a lot of fun to get people in to talk about the holidays and the things that they've done all year, not necessarily work stuff, and it's get a few laughs. And
Well, getting together is good. I think it's good for the soul, good
Yeah.
for the mind. Everything in life is about each other, people, friendships, all that stuff.
Relationships, you talk about it all the time.
It's relationships, so I think it's always important to break some bread at the end of a long year and catch up and have some fun and eat some good food.
We all appreciate it, and it's good to get you down and see you kind of laughing and talking about other things and having to deal with work stuff. We kind of forget it for the day.
That's right.
It's kind of really good.
Exactly. So today, what are we talking about, Joe?
We had a conversation a little while ago when we were talking about something you talk about often is mindset change. Changing your mindset to take you from where you are because you want to go further. And one of the things that we talked about was buying time. Something you can't buy time back. The time that you've used already, you can't buy it back. But you can buy time forward. And there's certain things that we can do to do that. And part of that is changing your mindset.
I like that thought of buying time forward.
Yeah.
It's like, thinking ahead.
And
that's what mindset is. Mindset, the one thing I find interesting with people is they want change in their lives.
Yep.
They want to make more money. They want to fix their credit, like when I help them fix their credit. They want to start their own business. You have to change your mindset to do that.
You do.
And when you change your mindset, sometimes you've got to give things up.
You do.
You can't fix your credit, want to buy a house, and think that the cost to help fix your credit is not going to fit in the budget. Then you need to give up something in your life to fix your credit.
You do.
It's more important for change than it is to keep your life the same way. Now, you know as much as I do, living as many years as because we're old guys.
Here we are. We're the two old guys.
The two old guys. You have to sacrifice to it, but it doesn't last forever.
No.
So if you need to fix your credit, it's going to take 6 months. Then what are you going to give up in your life to be able to fix that credit? Because when you do fix your credit, as we all know, things come down in cost of your budget because you're paying less for interest rates. So your payments are cheaper per month. You pay less for insurance. That's what your credit score does for you. And then, we talk about, the smart coffee, the happy coffee that you sell.
You're going to fix your health too. Sure.
If you want to feel better, you want to lose weight, then you've got to give up something to be able to buy that coffee to be better.
Sure.
And I just find it funny with people, they don't want to sacrifice anything in life, then you don't want your life to change. That's what you're frustrated about.
Well, yeah, and so let me ask you a question. We talk about it all the time and the different things that you do, but, do you like getting up at 4:45 in the morning and getting on the Peloton bike?
Not really, but I like when I get results of it.
Sure.
Like I said, I like to say buying time forward. That's a great thought because I'm thinking forward. I'm thinking how better I'm going to feel, how much more energy I'm going to have. And, we all gain weight as we get older. I've never gained a lot of weight, but I gain extra weight. I don't feel as good when I go over 200 pounds. So my mission is to stay under it as much as I can.
Sure.
Do I go over it sometimes? Yes. But I found out that the coffee has kept me under it.
Yeah.
So I don't need to do the cleanse as much as we've talked about. So I had to change my mindset. I had to give up some things. I like sleeping later, but I do like getting up early because I get a lot done early. My mind thinks better when I'm early.
Like you said earlier, you're fueling yourself.
Yeah.
And I love that expression. You're fueling yourself. So you get on the Peloton, when you're getting out of bed, and you're getting moving, and the aches and pains, and the things that went on yesterday, and the things you got to do on today, the last thing you want to do is climb on a piece of machinery that's going to make you work at being better, but the piece of that is that you're going to try and get better.
And I try to get better each time. Now I go through a stage. I remember I went through quite a few months of doing the beginning. I started with the beginner 15-minute.
Yep.
Then I graduated to the beginner 30-minute. And I did the beginner 30 minutes for a long time. Then I started getting into the Tabata and the HIIT rides. HIIT is high intensity.
Yep.
And I'm at like things that are rated at like 8.8 out of 10. So it's telling you, it's hot. I got into 8.8 one today. I got off that thing with my tongue hanging out.
Yeah.
But boy, what a workout I got.
But here's the thing, and people need to realize, part of what we're talking about is, we don't mean change your mindset from on to off, or from 0 to 10. It's adjustments that you need to make. And you started off by making an adjustment. You bought the Peloton, and it can be any bike. It doesn't have to be that particular bike. That's the one you like. Anything, any piece of exercise. Start off at a little at a time, so you're not taking off so much of a chunk that you quit after 2 weeks.
You're right, and that's what a lot of people do. They bite off more than they can chew. They want to lose 20 pounds, so they diet so hard that they don't eat.
Right.
And you know, in health, in feeling better about food, you still have to eat to burn fat.
You do.
That helps burn fat too. So people starve us. I see a lot of women over time. They do salads. Well, unless you eat the green leaf lettuce, you're gonna get no nutritional value out of iceberg. It's water, 90% water. So you have to change your mindset and say, what do I need to do, or what do I want, and what do I need to change myself? What do I need to do to change myself?
Sure.
My thoughts, what I do, what I buy. You know, when the recession was here, I ate out less. I didn't go on vacation as much.
Yeah.
I sacrificed for the business. The business wouldn't be here sometimes. Again, it's not forever. You sacrifice some for a bit, you get back on the track. When it comes to finance, you get back with your credit score. Your costs are going to come down automatically a month.
But you're changing a lifestyle when you do that, so your sacrifice you're making now, you're still going to make the sacrifice, but it's not going to be as bad. You're not going to feel it as bad because you've made the difference.
And you have to keep that. I love that thought. Change your time for the future.
Yeah.
And buy time for the future.
Right.
Because my mind is always thinking ahead what I'm going to get out of something. Now, when I started the business, I didn't know really much about business.
No.
But I had a sight of what I wanted.
Right.
And that's how I followed. Now, it took a lot longer than I thought it would. But that's business. That's anything. You want to get into a level marketing career, then you have to sacrifice. You've got to discipline yourself. You've got to do, and maybe play some.
Sure.
If you want to start a business,
but you
have to give up money somehow of what you buy.
Right.
But still play some.
But you need to still play because you don't want to torture yourself either. No. This is not difficult. You need to make some sacrifices.
Good thought.
So instead of giving something up, cut it in half.
Cut it in half.
Drink half the coffees you do at Dunkin' Donuts, Starbucks.
To drink the smart coffee and pay for that.
Sure. And then because now your health is going to get better. You're eliminating what's causing the problem,
That's right.
and you're introducing the piece that's going to help you with the problem. Right. It's all sacrifice. It's all changing your mindset. It's looking forward. I mean, I know we've had a conversation. I talked to you last week. You get done eating dinner. The last thing you want to do is go out and work on that home over there in Rainier.
That's right.
But you do.
Because I think about the results I'm going to get out of it. And I actually have fun doing it. Did I really want to do it time-wise and energy-wise? No. I come home, I'm exhausted, but I got something out because I accomplished something. I finished something else for the house so we can get it closer to rental or for selling. Whatever it is, I mean, flipping homes takes time.
It does.
It takes mind.
Yeah.
But I'm building to something where I build enough systems to it where I'm not going to be doing it eventually like we talked about.
So, and here's the piece to that is at some point or another, rather than you doing it, talk about buying time, you've got your system down and your procedures down. You now pay someone else to do it.
That's right.
And now you bought your time because now you're doing what you want to do.
I bought my time.
You bought your time. Because you're now able to get to a position where you now pay somebody to do it for you, and now you're going out to eat again, or you're taking a little vacation, or you're spending time with Nancy and Gina or the boys, or if Julie comes down, you don't see she's got to run out to the house now. You get somebody taking care of that for you. You just bought yourself some time, and that's all it is.
That's all business is really, is you eventually hire and make systems so you're not doing it all. I mean, at first it's just like I did everything. But then it came to a point, was it wise for me to do my bookkeeping at Wood Palace? No.
Oh.
I hired somebody.
Sure.
Because my time was worth more than doing that task. Then it came down to, should I manage the jobs? No, I hired somebody for that. Right. That's how you build a business, but it takes time, it takes effort. But I think the biggest mindset that people have to get over in their lives, most people will say, well, I'm not a salesperson. You sell yourself every day of the week.
Absolutely
You just don't understand you're selling yourself.
Absolutely
You need to change your mindset on that because everybody has a bad picture in their mind of what a salesperson is. If you ask most people, define a salesperson, they say pushy, unethical.
They're thinking of a used car sales guy from the
right.
60s and 70s where they're out jumping around. Okay, so you can't sell cars,
Yeah,
but you can sell that business to somebody, tell them what you do, the whole package.
right.
I can't sell cabinets, but I can sell you, I can sell wood panels.
That's right. The first word I used when I was asked that at a coaching seminar is, give 3 words to describe a salesperson. My first word was to help.
Sure.
That was my first word.
Sure.
That's how I feel when I'm designing kitchens and getting people to, remodel their kitchen. I don't look at selling. I look at how I'm helping them. That's what it is. I look at asking questions so I can understand what they want, so I can fit them better. But that's the biggest thing. If you can change your mindset, especially with, I'm not a salesperson, a lot of people could do well with level marketing. They just don't understand it enough, and they have a stigma in their head. I don't want to sell people.
No, but
I want to help people.
you want to help people, and the best way to do that is exposure.
Yes.
You're making the sacrifice of a little time, and you're asking them to do the same thing. Give them a little exposure, see what it's all about. Don't change your mindset. Don't close your mind down before you've investigated something.
That's right.
Some of the things that I've read in life about certain things, I'm like, wow, I didn't know that. Well, I've obviously just educated myself. Changed my mindset a little bit.
People ask me when I was talking about the other companies I'm trying to form with a level marketing, they say, why are you doing this, Tim? You're a very successful person. You run a multi-million-dollar business. You're pretty set in your life. Why are you doing it? Because I like to build things.
Right.
And I'm curious about how it's going to work, but I'm also on the selfish end. I know once I build it, it's going to buy me time,
Sure.
and it's going to buy me money automatically.
Sure.
That's how you set your future up. People say, well, aren't you going to have enough money? Yeah, for myself, but I might want to help my grandsons. I want to help my daughters. I might want to have money to do other things. So that charges me. I know not everybody's like me,
No.
but if you want to change your life, you have to change your mindset first. And then you have to change things about what you're doing in your life, because you might be overspending. You might be doing too many vacations or too much eating out.
Yes.
I eat out a lot because I can. I built it that way because I bought my time
Yes.
in the future.
Exactly. And when people say to you, and I've been out with you, and I've seen the things you put on Facebook, and you've gone out to dinner, and people go, "Oh, Tim, you get to go out." Well, you get to go out because of the other sacrifices you made to get there. You didn't go out now and then make up for it later.
That's
You
right.
you pay your dues first,
Yes.
and then you have your fun. Because if you're doing it the other way around,
That's right.
you're going to constantly be in trouble. You need to change that mindset.
And I agree with you. I didn't think of that when you said earlier. You still had fun sometimes. You have to. You cannot go too long of a thing without having some joy of entertainment, whatever entertainment is like. Like I tell people, when I sit down with people sometimes and they want to be success, first question I give them, what's success to you?
Correct.
You need to define that.
Because it's different.
Sometimes you're
for
going to be
everybody.
just doing this.
Right. Because it's different for everybody.
It is.
And you talked about that already without putting a label to it. You said, why are you doing this, Tim? Because you're looking at more success. Yes, you're a very successful businessman.
Yeah, I've already done it.
We know
I
that.
like to repeat
And you
it.
know that. But you continually want to do that because that's on your line what's making you more successful.
Yeah, and changing your mindset.
It's not rocket science.
No, it's not. But changing your mindset also goes to, with the same thing, goes hand in hand, is you gotta wanna learn.
Correct.
You gotta wanna learn.
Constantly.
Because if you don't learn, if I didn't learn how to flip a house, I wouldn't make money at it. If I didn't learn how to do this business first, I wouldn't be running that business.
Right.
You have the mindset of learning and sacrificing some things in your life now so you buy it back later on.
Sure.
I think that's a great thing.
And I think that's very short term.
That's right.
Put the effort in.
That's right.
And keep it short term because you want to keep it simple for yourself.
And you know I say it a lot in my posts. Change your mind, change your future.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what it's all about.
It is all about. That's exactly what it's all about. And I'm happy that people were able to see what we're doing today. Again, we're going to continue on with the series. I think so far we've done a great job at addressing things to people. And one thing that I know that you've always talked about, change your mindset. And we wanted to talk about buying time, because you can do that.
You can buy it for the future.
You're a perfect example of it. You sacrifice a little time, you're buying time down the road. What is it that you want? Set your goals to get there.
I wouldn't be able to spend time with my grandsons if I didn't do that now.
No, and that's very
I
important
wouldn't have
too.
been able to spend it with my daughter originally.
Right.
So that's what it's really all about. But you have to sacrifice. You got to sacrifice something. If you only have so much money and you're going to add something to it, something's going to come out. It's pure economics. People just need to put it in their mind that they got to do that, and they will do it if they're serious. If they're not serious, it ain't happening. But like I said, change your mind, change your future. Always a pleasure sitting with you, my friend.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you.
We'll see you at the new year.
See you next time.